Hi guys, welcome to Sewing Back. My name is Brandy if you're new here. Welcome. We are in my kitchen because I had a delivery today. I am so excited about this delivery. I want to tell you about that in just a second. But I have been working on making a head. Let me show you. I have a video on my sourdough chocolate chip pineapple coconut zucchini bread. It's a mouthful. And I have a regular size loaf, and I'm making a head, 3 of these smaller loaves, and for gifts. So I have been working on that, and I got to get it in the oven. And I'm gonna have to kind of test to see those smaller little pans, how long they take. So I'm gonna give it like 40 minutes, because this one usually takes a full hour in my Pampered Chef pan that I like so much. And so it's a clay. So I'm gonna get that in the oven, and then I'm gonna show you what got delivered today. And I've set my timer for 30 minutes, and I'm gonna rotate my pans, and I think that'll give me a good idea on those smaller pans about how much longer they may need, because they should not need the full hour because it's a smaller volume of the deliciousness of the bread. So on to my special delivery. So I think it was like early last week. Lazy Dog Farm, they are in South Georgia. I mentioned Travis a lot in my videos. I have learned a lot from Travis. He is the son of Haas Tools. So he used to have videos at Haas. That's how I found him, and then he essentially moved over to just doing his own farm videos. And so anyway, I have learned a lot from him, his little sweet family. And I appreciate his content. And one of the things that I like doing, I haven't got to do a lot of it. I think I've only gotten to do one, and I don't even know if I put the video up. I don't remember. I think I put it up on my Facebook channel. I did a peach farm down south when we were coming home from Florida, not this past summer, but summer before last. So I haven't done a lot at farms in South Georgia. I just not usually there. I have done a lot of different local farms in the North Georgia area, because that's closer to where I live, and I just know that area better, and I feel comfortable going by myself and that kind of thing. So, but he did a kind of like a garden tour of a local farmer. I think he said that her farm, I thought he said was about 30 minutes from where he lived. I could be a little wrong on that. But I was so excited because he went to a citrus grower in the state of Georgia. And citrus growing is becoming more and more popular, because when you use a frost-hardy rootstock, you can grow certain citruses in the state of Georgia, and you can have your own citrus fruit. And so I have been growing successfully my Myers lemons. I've had it 3 years. 2 years ago I got my, just as a little tiny seedling, I got my lime tree, and I'm hoping it may produce fruit next year. It'll be its 3rd year, so we will see. It has grown a lot this year. But he went to JoNina Farm and Georgia Citrus Growers, and so I was so excited. I watched, it was a 2 different video. I will link them down in the description. So if you are here in Georgia and you're thinking about getting some citrus for your your patio or your backyard gardening, or if you have a little bit more land and maybe you're doing more of a homestead kind of feel, or your farm, if you have a farm, you should give it a try. And she had great tips, and she talked about some of the varieties. that can totally do just fine in my area of Kennesaw, Georgia, 7B growing zone. So, but one of the things I was really excited about was that you could get, I think this is half a bushel of oranges. And they came, and we've already eaten several of them. They are so delicious. I'm gonna get these in the fridge, and I gotta look up like some orange marmalade recipes. I wanna try to make one because I have plenty here, and there's no seeds in these, no seeds. They're very good, and easy peel. They're an easy peel one, so she talked about that. So the second part of my delivery came today. So this one came yesterday, and the second part of my delivery came today. So I want to open it and show you what it is. Last year I was so wanting to get an orange tree, and I couldn't find any of them here at like any of the big box stores, or we actually went to some mom and pop places. This is where I got my lime tree and my Myers lemon tree, and they didn't have any. And I honestly just didn't know enough. And the guy that we bought all of our other fruit trees and things from, which his nursery's up in Cartersville, they didn't have citrus. And so I really didn't know where I could get it, but I had been reading, and I had seen some stuff in my my college ag class that I took last fall, where it talked about that in Georgia that there's a couple of different areas where agriculture is really growing within olives, which I did get an olive tree, and citrus, and so that they are finding, you know, ways that they can do that. All right, so I'm opening this up. Oh wow. So I bought 2 trees. One of them is, let me see if it tells me the name on here. This is I think it's Stawori. I'm not sure if I'm saying this right. Satsuma. And so this is the orange, and these are the oranges that I was able to order. And this is, this one's not supposed to get more than about 5 to 6 feet. This is a dwarf tree. You can plant it in the ground, or you can do it in big like patio pots. And so that's how we've grown. We've grown in pots for our lemon and our lime. And one of the reasons we've done that was to bring it inside. She actually gave, in those videos I spoke about, she actually gave some tips on how you can put them outside, not on your house, and grow them successfully. And you definitely would have to get a good quality frost cloth for winter time, for if you dip down for too long. But so excited. The second one I got, she talked about, I think this one was in the first video, and this one is it is called the Yazoo. It is, I'm pretty sure this is a hybrid. This is a culinary lemon. It is on a 10-degree rootstock dwarf plant. So this can live fine outside at 10 degrees, and typically we don't get lower than that. I would definitely have a frost cloth if we were. But anyway, this one is used by chefs like all over the world. Chefs like this to infuse their food. And so I'm very interested. They're not necessarily, they look kind of like ugly lemons. They didn't look, they're kind of lumpy, bumpy. But they are supposed to be amazing for doing infusions. So in my mind, I'm thinking that this would be an amazing one to grow, to make my own dressings, to make some of my own to use this as infusions for soaps and lotions and all of that. So I was so excited that she said this one sells out. And so I was really excited about getting this. I am totally excited about, I don't know, I will probably pot these up this weekend in pots and planters, and I will probably keep these primarily in the garage over winter and take it out to get sun, kind of back and forth, back and forth. So I'll put them not in their final pot, but these are pretty small pots for now. She actually said she thought you could leave them in here throughout winter, and then because she recommends planting in spring. She said you really could plant anytime in Georgia, but spring is optimal for planting citrus. So that's kind of my plan, and I am so excited, and I wanted to share that with you. And so I hope you will go and you will check out Lazy Dog Farm if you haven't. You will learn a lot about gardening, about how to feed your plants, and all different types of gardening, from in-ground gardening, no-till, to now he's doing raised beds. He did like a campaign and raised some money so he could get himself some raised beds so he could try to teach from that, because he hadn't done that before. So he has a beautiful wife. He has 2 cute, adorable kids, and you will get a lot of really good content and education. And I will link the videos to JoNina's Farm, and you can learn about citrus grown in Georgia. And if you're interested, there's a link in there to her farm. I will try to include that link as well in my description, so that if you're interested in getting any of these citrus trees, there are some states where you're not allowed to ship to, so you want to be mindful of that. Look at that. It's kind of similar with like blueberries and things. A lot of states have their own thing. If you're interested in like the home gardener or in the backyard, or like I said, if you have a small homestead or even a farm and you're interested in trying to grow some of your own citrus, or any tree for that. This past February, last fall we ordered several apple trees, an apricot tree, we ordered an almond tree, we had already planted a couple peach trees, and so we ordered a different peach tree that does well in our area. So we have 3 different varieties. We added a new crabapple. We also did some grafting. We did some rootstock of our own, and we have grafted, well, not we, John and my son actually grafted some Wixon apples, and a couple different ones that are, some of them took, some of them didn't. It's a learning process, but we're excited nonetheless. We also got, I got a Fuyu persimmon tree. I got an indigenous Cherokee plum that is grows in my area. I also got 3 different varieties of pear trees, and a lot of different varieties of blueberries. And so we got blueberries, we got some blackberries, we also I got a raspberry, and an indigenous raspberry actually, and some more muscadine vines. And so and I think we did get some more figs as well. And so that was kind of our anniversary gift we got that year. It was a big investment, but they didn't come in for shipping until February. We went to the grower, we picked them up, we followed his directions, which were very good. Every tree, we thought we might have lost one of the trees during the really crazy heat we had this summer for that brief period of time, but nope, it rebounded. We followed what he told us to do, and every one we bought has been phenomenal. It has been doing great. And so we're very excited about all the different fruit that we have planted. The only nut I planted, I did get an almond tree. It's a dwarf almond tree. And I don't know if I said apricot. I also got apricot tree. But but it's grown on, I believe it's peach rootstock, and so I'm very excited. I'm hoping that it will flower very beautiful this coming spring. And for all those early pollinators, that's really why I wanted it. But who knows, maybe I'll get my own almonds at some point. And now I have these new citrus trees. So this is a great time to be thinking about that. And it's a great thing to think about if you have somebody in your life who enjoys gardening and all of these kinds of things. Buy them a tree. Buy them a tree as a gift. And honestly, these were, I think these were like $29.95 for the 2 that I got. And that's a very reasonable amount for the product that I got. And so think outside the box, because maybe they won't get oranges this year, but in about 3 to 5 years, they may have more oranges than they will know what to do with, or lemons, or whatever it is that you might think about getting them. But anyway, with that, I hope that you found value in this. If you did, I would appreciate a thumbs up. If you are enjoying our content and looking forward to the new year and the garden and all the things, and we'll still be cooking and canning and doing all that stuff too. But if you're looking forward to those things, we would love if you'd subscribe to our channel. If you know someone who loves those things, we would appreciate if you'd share our channel. We're very excited about our growth and very thankful. And so with that, I will see you next time. So guys, another idea, if you decide to get, if you wanted to get half a bushel, is you could totally make little fruit baskets to give to your family or neighbors. So don't feel like, well, I'm not gonna order those because I couldn't possibly eat them all. You can share them. They're so good. And the fact that they're so easy to peel, a little kid could peel these with no problem and not need any help. And then not to have any seeds. Ah, delicious. I'd love to get a little basket of those for Christmas. So, and not only that, save those peels. You can put them, infuse them into some vinegar and make you some cleaner. That's what I'm gonna do because I like lemon scented stuff. I love orange scented stuff. So that's just another way that this thing keeps giving. So anyway, I just wanted to share that holiday idea with you if you're thinking about getting a box of these. So with that, I'll see you next time. Bye.